An apple strudel a day keeps the noodle away from your house. But I am the NoodleHouse, and we're back on Kotodama. The field is bustling with Toyo maniacs, and the track and field students are stuck with managing them. Here to spectate, the crowd's thinner over there. Actually, there's something I'd like to ask you. You want to know about the Mikoto Sasaki-san? Oh right, the one from the curse. I'm actually a first year, so I don't know. I know an upperclassman who might know something though. Hold on just a sec. Senpai, do you have a moment? Someone wants to ask you something. The upperclassman heads this way. Know anything about about Mikoto Sasaki-san even? As in the curse of Mikoto? Huh? I'm not so sure I can talk about that. You know, it's typical to talk about Mikoto Sasaki, right? Especially in athletics. Really? Yeah, you'll get cursed and suffer injuries apparently. That's why everyone in athletics avoids the topic. Why do you want to know about her? I tell them about the occult research club is investigating the curse of Mikoto. You know about the orc? Then why don't you just ask Nanami? She used to play doubles with Mikoto in the tennis team, so Nanami should know more about her than anyone else. Nanami-san used to be in the tennis team? That's that bundle of energy? Yeah, she was pretty good too. Everyone had high hopes for Mikoto and Nanami as a pair, even the academy. But the summer tournament finals, Nanami slipped up and they ended up losing. Everyone blamed the loss on Nanami, but she didn't let it go either. She kept going, but quit right after Mikoto committed suicide. The coach was really reluctant to let her go, but I guess it's hard to continue without your doubles partner. Wait, stop making me talk about you-know-who. If I get injured, it's all your fault, okay? You also got some balls, huh? I wouldn't touch that topic with a barge pole. Like, don't even want to get cursed or anything. Yeah, he ended up blabbing everything anyway. It'd be much easier for us if everyone with this loop slipped. Okay, so I guess from bottom to top, as always, we should go to the rooftop, to the wall, till the curse of Mikoto sweats down my balls. Come up to the roof and find Yukino there. She's up here a lot, huh? You were just thinking, oh, she's up here a lot, huh, weren't you? She's surprisingly perceptive sometimes, huh? Well, it's true. I am up here a lot. I've got to blow off some steam too, you know. So what are you up here for? I'm investigating Mikoto Sasaki. Mikoto, huh? Figures you'd come up to the roof then. You do realise it's some pretty bad taste, right? I bet Nanami put you up to the task. It was Kujo who asked. What? He's the one who asked. I see. Sorry, I didn't mean to put you on the spot like that. For a second, I thought Nanami had crossed the line again. What's Kujo-kun thinking? You know he's Makoto's boyfriend, right? As far as I could tell, they made a nice couple, but apparently he was quite hard-headed. Always jumped to conclusions. Sometimes Mikoto often worried about. Sweet, we nearly leveled that one up. Once he had his mind set on something, there was no changing it. It looks like that side of him is rearing its ugly head again. He probably thinks Makoto's death was his fault. What an idiot, a real dumbass. Makoto's already dead. Investigating her deaths now is not going to make her happy. Why can't I understand that? She's angry, but she seems sad too. Perhaps Yukino can't get over Makoto's death either. This whole thing frustrates me. Talking about it just pisses me off even more. Yukino leaves, fuming. So I guess things weren't going well between Kujo and Mikoto. Yeah, it would seem that way, mate. It would seem that way. Let's go to the cafeteria. Just casually listening around isn't going to get us very far if we want to learn more about Mikoto. Why don't we just try and ask someone? I tried calling out two students who were talking. Hello. What's up? I tried asking about Mikoto Sasaki. Mikoto Sasaki? You mean that girl committed suicide, right? Oh, like, what about her? I missed that. I tell them how the occult research club is investigating the curse of Mikoto. You also got some balls, huh? I want to touch that topic with a barge pole. Like, I don't want to get cursed or anything. Knock it off, Mikoto wouldn't curse anyone. Oh, my bad. Was she a friend of yours? We were just classmates, but she was a really nice girl. Well, it seems that this girl knows about Mikoto. And why would such a good girl go and kill herself? Does everyone know the reason? She asked the question for us. How nice of her. I'm not sure, but it's probably romance related. Mikoto was dating the student council president Kujo-kun, but apparently their relationship was a bit rough around the edges. Personally, I thought they made a great couple, but I guess every relationship has its problems. She wasn't bullied or anything, was she? I never expected her to commit suicide or anything, but I guess you can never really tell with some people. That's pretty much all I know. Did that help? As I thank her and start to leave, she calls out to me. Please tell Nanami to calm down, not blame everything on the curse of Mikoto, okay? The two of them continue their conversation as I leave. Sweet. Now to go back to the library, apparently. Oh, aren't you? It seems people already recognize my face, perhaps because I've been hanging around with a Nanami a lot. You're asking about Mikoto-san. Sasaki-san would often make use of the archive. She was pretty sociable. We talk a lot. And she smiles, and she listens to my book recommendations. Back then, she didn't seem like someone who would even consider suicide to me, at least. This kid's using weasel words. Back then? Yeah, a few days before she took her own life, Sasaki-san seemed unusually out of it. Okay, thank you. When I asked her what was going wrong, she says things weren't going well with someone important to her. So I suggested she go after Kaoru for some counselling. I would have talked to Mikoto myself, but I'm not good at relationship advice at all, you see. Sasaki-san smiled and said, "You're right, Mizuki-sensei, it does seem like she could help, so I'll go ask her." That was the last time I saw Sasaki-san. Do you think she went over to Kaoru for counselling? No, sorry, I have to go apply some labels. I apologise for taking up time and step away from the counter. That was a lot more info than I was expecting. It looks like Mizuki-sensei might know something. Awesome. Oh, Kanop-kun. How can I help you? I forgot to name myself Schmidt-Kanop. Or Kanop-Schmidt, I can't remember which way around it is. Mizuki-sensei might know something. Oh, so you're investigating Mikoto Sasaki-san, I see. What would you like to know? Has Mikoto gone... Has, I think is probably the best one. Had Mikoto gone to you for counselling? She has. It was just before she committed suicide. She wanted to talk to me because she was worried about someone important to her. She seemed quite worried, so I told her, "You're both still young, so don't worry too much about it. Take a step back and relax." I still remember that advice I gave her. Back then, she said, "Thanks, that cleared things up for me, I'll think about it." So I never expected her to take her own life right after that. I know it's not an excuse, but I suppose I didn't take her case seriously enough since I'm not her homeroom teacher. This teacher seems pretty open to questions. Want to try prying a bit further? Do you know if she had a suicide note? Yes, I do know that. I have a copy of it right here after all. You seem curious as to why I carry around a copy of the student's suicide note, huh? It's to serve as a reminder of my failure. A reminder to really listen to what my students have to say. Now I can't give it to you. But would you like to read it? I'm caught off guard by how she just let me read it like that, but I nod anyway. I don't mind you reading it, but first can you promise me something? Do not spread around what Sasaki-san wrote. Promise not to investigate her death any further, promise? Promise. I promise. It's a promise, okay? Mizuki-sensei takes an envelope out of her bag. But you think it's strange that you see someone else's suicide note just like that? I suppose I'm a little cross with the Academy's administration. A huge event happened on campus, yet they keep the students in the dark about the whole affair. So without an official explanation for closure, the students come up with the curse of Mikoto of all things. A curse? That's no way to honour Sasaki-san's memory. That's quite thoughtful of her, if you think about it. I peek inside the envelope and find a folded sheet of paper. Mizuki-sensei's nod silences. So that's Mikoto's suicide note, huh? I unfold the paper to find a typed letter. It's my dearest partner. How long has it been since we first met? Ever since we became... We've been... Why is it in all annexes? We've been trying so hard to match each other. I'm tired of but I've decided I want to die. Okay? Sorry for Mikoto. Some of the words were too blurred to read. The page is crudely torn beneath Mikoto's name. It's too blurred to read some of it, huh? Sasaki-san was holding the suicide note, but it got wet since it was raining that day. Okay. You can kind of tell what it says from the legible parts, right? It's a letter for her boyfriend. When I place the note back in the envelope, Mizuki-sensei takes it back with the utmost care. It'd be hard to tell Kujo about this, huh? I showed it to Kagura-san too, but she just hung her head and said nothing. She was good friends with Sasaki-san, so I'm a bit worried. I hope it didn't come as too much of a shock. So Nanami's seen the note too, huh? Maybe we should go ask Nanami what she thought of it. Well, looks like we've collected a bit of info. Wanna go sort through it for now? Sure. Mizuki-sensei leaves the classroom after reminding me to keep my end of the promise. Okay, let's sort through our information. By Stuco President Kujo's request, this time we're investigating the reason why Mikoto Sasaki committed suicide. He also said to look into her suicide note if possible. We heard a lot of stories, but our biggest break was when Mizuki-sensei let us read that suicide note. And it looks like she really did take her own life due to her relationship problems with Kujo. But from what we've heard, those relationship problems shouldn't have been enough for us to consider suicide. It's quite possible Kujo's hiding something from everyone. So should we ask him about it ourselves? Yeah. Only Wakaba and Kujo are in the club room. Nanami's nowhere to be seen. Nanami sure is late, huh? She's probably bouncing off the wall since it's Mikoto we're investigating. You know, she even joined the Occult Research Club for the express purpose of investigating the cursed Mikoto. It was back in May last year. Every other club member graduated and I couldn't convince any incoming students to join. The club was in critical condition, but then Nanami joined. If it weren't for Nanami, the club would have been disbanded. Can't exactly have a one-man club, you know. So in a certain sense, the cursed Mikoto gave a second wind to the Occult Research Club. Kinda weird to think about. But Kagura didn't join the club in May that year, did she? What are you talking about? Of course she joined in May. I remember it was May because during the break I tried recruiting students in athletics and Matsubara-san was super pissed. Then the reason Kagura joined the club couldn't have been to investigate the cursed Mikoto. What do you mean? The cursed Mikoto wasn't a thing until after Kagura joined the club. You remember the fallen planter incident? Hey, leveled up! Of course I do. That's the most famous incident attributed to the cursed Mikoto. How could I forget? That happened last June. And according to my research, that was the first incident. Ah, you're right. That's weird. I was sure the cursed Mikoto came first. This whole time I was under the impression Nanami joined the Occult Research Club to investigate the cursed Mikoto. I guess she just genuinely likes the occult. The fallen planter incident? Oh right, you wouldn't know about that, would you? You haven't heard? Damn it, I was sure Nanami would have told you by now. Well, I guess I'll give you a rundown. Better late than never, I guess. The fallen planter incident happened on the 99th day after Mikoto's suicide. That day, it felt like it was going to rain at any second. You know that area in the courtyard surrounded by flower beds? That's where Mikoto's body was first discovered. Those flower beds weren't there at the time, though. They were planted there as a memorial for Mikoto. Representatives from each class, as well as members from the gardening club, gathered that day to plant the flowers. But suddenly a girl screamed, and up from above fell a planter. It landed and shattered right where Mikoto's body was found. Luckily nobody was there when it fell, but the area's been said to be cursed ever since. It's still not clear who screamed, or why the planter fell. The fact that the culprit hasn't been found has only helped the cursed Mikoto gain traction. Even if it was only a prank, whoever did it went overboard. Somebody could have easily gotten hurt. If it weren't for that incident, the cursed Mikoto might have never even become a rumor to begin with. Kujo seems really mad. He's not really giving you an opening to ask a question, huh? Bam. Someone suddenly slams the door open. And I'm going to end the episode here. If you like this video, don't forget to leave a like in the section below. And if you would like to see more of this, do subscribe to the channel as I attempt to upload every day. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.